name's Billy, and I'm going to be talking about how to interpret with animals for my skill demonstration. So in my hand here is a lovely bearded dragon named Stark. Stark is a male bearded dragon and probably 2 to 3 years old. A very important thing when interpreting with animals is trying to build empathy with the animal. So describing the personality, what food they like, activities they enjoy are all very good ideas. So Mr. Stark is kind of a lazy lizard. He enjoys lounging around. He loves hiding inside of his cave or just sitting on top of it, basking in the light that he has. He loves blueberries, loves blueberries. Those are probably his favorite food. He also very much enjoys super worms, which are in this container right here, so he'll go nuts for those. Loves eating crickets, and to a lesser extent he enjoys mealworms. He's a very picky eater when it comes to vegetables and fruits. He will deny most things. Sometimes he'll eat an apple, sometimes a carrot, sometimes lettuce, but blueberries are kind of his mainstay. He loves blueberries. Doing that kind of tells you that this is just not a lizard, right? This is Stark. This is an individual with a personality, preferences, and all that fun stuff. So this is a special being and not just some lizard that you can find, in your garden, right? And even those lizards have their own personalities, tastes, and things they favor, lizards they favor. So that's an important thing is trying to build empathy. Another would be describing their natural history. So bearded dragons come from the deserts of Australia. They are one of the most commonly traded pets in the pet trade because they are not very expensive and they are quite easy to care for. So they don't require a lot. You just need to make sure their habitat stays clean for them to live in, and they, have food and water and all that stuff. They might require the occasional bath to help them get parasites or other organisms off their skin, or to help them shed, which the water will help unlock some of that skin that's coming off. You can, like I said, they were one of the most commonly traded pets, and such as ball pythons are another very commonly traded pet. So something like natural history is also very important. And you can also go back and talking about this own animal's life. Like Mr. Stark here I bought him at Petco, and he's lived with me here for a while. He's gone through multiple renovations in his tank or his habitat. One of them I just did. He's grown significantly, and if you look, what are you doing? If you look on his back foot, which you can't exactly see, can we get it? You can see how that is kind of short, which tells me that he got into some sort of fight or territorial disagreement when he was back in the Petco or another place where he was caught. So that would mean that he probably lost a few of his fingers or toes, because if you look on this side, you can see how long they are. So bearded dragons are quite territorial, but he's lived a happy life and he enjoys a lot of the stuff. And this does link back to my trait as passion, because I love animals, right? I love talking about animals. And the more I learn about animals, the more I want to talk about them. So like at the zoo where I work, for example, I used to interpret with the bearded dragon that they had there. I would interpret with the whooping cranes, with a bunch of different reptiles, with the ring-tailed lemurs. So it's really important to talk about these animals, because people, when you first look at them, you just see this is just a lizard, right? You don't see that this is Stark with his own personality, with his own life, right? You just see some cold-blooded reptilian that, who cares, right? So it's important to try to get people to see that each animal is unique and special in their own right. So that's why I think I'm passionate about animals, because it's just so much fun to talk about them, and I love doing it, and I would love to do it for the rest of my life.